Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host Chris. Thank you so much for joining me once again for another beer review. And today, guys, we are looking at an import. I don't do too many imports, but this one I've heard amazing things about. Some people say it's one of the best quads in the world, so when I heard that, I had to get my hands on it. This, my friends, is the 2011 batch of Struise Pannepot, which is a 10% alcohol by volume quad, spiced quad. Some people call it an old ale. But technically it falls into that quad category. They release this once a year, and in addition to this batch, they also release a Reserva version, which is the previous year's batch, thrown in some barrels for a year, and then they release it in addition to this. So let me get into a glass, let you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the verdict on the Struise Pannepots. All right, guys, so the appearance on the Pannepot. It poured almost like a maple syrup brown or a brown ale type of beer, but in the glass, it's this beautiful, super dark brown, super dark blood red, where the light's actually hitting the glass. Nice carbonation on the sides of the glass where the head actually meets the beer itself. Speaking of head, there might have been a quarter of a finger of an off-white. It's kind of a khaki head on there. Really, really nice tight white bubbles floating around the surface, a little bit of lacing. Definitely seeing those alcohol legs in there. It is a bottle conditioned beer, so I would expect a small amount of those tiny bubbles. It's just a really, really nice looking quad. All right, the aroma on the Pannepot. Wow, figs, raisins, cherries, getting touches of almost like a rum type of character in there. Brown sugar, cinnamon, a slight kind of earthy herbal spiciness, big, massive raisin bread quality to it. There's a sweetness to it, just a big, bready, malty load in this one. Holy cow, it's a big smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the Pannepout. Cheers. Whoa. Wow, that is a massive beer. Right at the front of the tongue, you're getting just an assault of this big raisin, fig, date kind of flavor, almost like the tartness from them, blended with the sweetness. Middle of the mouth, this thing just coats your mouth with this kind of sticky, sugary, caramely coating, blended with these, these rum-soaked raisins, figs, kind of cherry pit, sherry type of characters that are just, literally coating my mouth, not going away. Super sweet finish on this one. Definitely feeling the alcohol, 10%. This is definitely a sipper. You're feeling it in your mouth. You're feeling it as it's going down. But it does help to kind of actually cleanse the palate, which you really, really need in this beer. The aftertaste, I'm getting more of the dark fruits, figs. Definitely getting like an earthy, cinnamony kind of allspice spice in there, and that's probably from the yeast strain that they're using in this one. Blends really nicely with the sweet fruits and the sweet malts. Helps to really counterbalance what could almost be too much sweetness if it weren't for that spice and that alcohol kind of flavor and taste wasn't there. It's a massive sipping beer, but wow, is it a complex take on a quad. Just amazing stuff. All right, guys, the final verdict on the Struise 2011 Pannepot, 10% alcohol by volume. I got to give this one an A. This is one of the most, for lack of a word, forward-thinking, most complex, well-crafted quads that I've ever had, American, Belgian, or Danish, as the case may be. I'm not gonna be able to drink a lot of this, but I definitely think if you're into Belgian quads, this is one that you should seek out because it's one of the best I've ever had. It's up there with Rochefort 10, Chimay Blue, definitely in my book. It's just awesome stuff. Really looking forward to trying the Reserva, which is the barrel-aged version of this. So with that said, guys, remember, life is too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.